Greetings, everyone. We did promise that on the 23rd of June 2023, the leadership of the Zimbabwe community in South Africa was to meet with the management of VFS to discuss issues that have been raised by holders of the Zimbabwe exemption permits as they apply to move to other visas as per the directive by the South African Cabinet on the 25th of November 2021. The first issue that we raised with them was the issue of website usability. Many people have been complaining about the website, especially when you are entering your details. It takes less than 2 minutes. If you can't move to another page, it disappears. Then you can't log in, which becomes a problem. They did explain this. They will further explain in a press release that they are going to issue sometime next week. But what they say to us is that their website is not only designed for ZEP holders, it's a website that they use globally. So therefore, they have to protect the data of their clients so that it is not stolen by other people. So they put stringent protection to ensure that the data is safe, so that other people cannot access your data in their system, because there are syndicates out there. This is what they were explaining, and these syndicates then would want to sell slots. So, but they will indeed respond in writing to this and explain so that the user or the applicant will find it easier, but they will not compromise the security, because it is critical that the data of individuals or their clients is protected. The second issue that we raised, which again is problematic, is the lack of slots. We did indicate to them that when the minister announced somewhere in March 2023 that he was signing waivers, we saw many people beginning to apply, and the high concentration of ZEP holders are in Gauteng. But there are few centers in Gauteng to cater for those numbers. So we raised with them and suggested that they reopen Midrand VFS. They indicated to us that when the decision was made in November 2021, Midrand remained open for 6 months, but no one was utilizing. The numbers were too low. So as people that are running business, it was not a business conducive for them to keep that office in Midrand opened, because people were not applying. So this is why they had to take to use Brooklyn in Pretoria. They wanted a guarantee from us, which of course we did. So they are going to look into that and see if they will open another dedication center. It cannot necessarily be Midrand, but another place where people can submit their applications. And they will attend to the issue of slots and ensure that people do apply. So if they open a dedicated center, say Midrand or any other venue, this will then see the increase of the number of slots opening. I must say on this that after the meeting, when we exited the building, we met others that were trying to book where to submit through the VIP lodge. They explained to us their challenges were to call the management. They addressed them. They are going to explain again in a press release next week on the issue of the premium lodge. You know that you swipe at the premium lodge, so they will explain in a press release, because you cannot just walk to the VIP lodge. The other issue that was raised was the issue of the security, where when the applicant goes to the VFS office, is turned back by the security. And we raised this as a serious concern, that our understanding is that the security is there to ensure that there is order. It is not the role of the security to inspect documents, right? The security must ensure that people access the building in an orderly manner. They have nothing to do with any documentation of anyone, right? So we raised this as a serious concern, that the security should not be inspecting people's documents. They should simply tell you that this is the queue, 3 people are going in, 10 people, whatever the number. That's what they should be doing, not to inspect people's documents. The documents, as we expressed and they agreed with us, are checked by the at the reception by the staff of VFS. Even the VFS staff, they have a checklist from the Department of Home Affairs on what documents are required for each applicant. So the role of the staff at VFS is simple to tick the documents if you have. If the requirement is that you must have a copy of your passport, they tick that you have it, they check you have the copy, they tick, permit, they tick, letter of employment, they tick, all the documents that are needed. It is not the duty, which we explained, of the staff at VFS to start reading documents to an extent that they say, no, your employer wrote wrongly this letter. We can assist you to write the letter or go back and write again. It is not their duty. We explained this to them. That theirs is to tick that all documents have been submitted. It is the Department of Home Affairs, when they do the application, that you did not submit sufficient information, right? Then the Home Affairs will give you a period to appeal so that you submit sufficient information as per their requirements. Because it has been problematic that people are being asked, which was raised by others as we're preparing for this meeting, that some are told to go to the bathroom, put money inside the passport, which is corruption, right? So we emphasized this point that the staff at VFS, they simply have to tick every document that is required. It is then, when you are missing documents, they will say that in terms of their checklist, these are the 7 documents as an example, but you have got 4 documents, right? So they will be within their right to say you need these other extra 3 documents to make them 7, right? So if they turn you back because you don't have enough documents, they will be correct. But they will be wrong to then want to read through, right, a written document and they begin to correct your grammar and so forth and so forth. It is not their job. They will be within their rights if you submit expired passport, because the requirement in the checklist says a valid passport. You then go to VFS with a passport that expired, say, in February 2023. They will be within their right to say we cannot accept an expired passport because the requirement is that the passport must be valid. They will be within their right, but they have no right to read documents. So it's an issue that we raised with them, and they agreed that they will attend to it. Then the issue of payment. Payment should reflect within 3 days. So we raised this issue that there are people that whose payment is not reflecting, but they will attend to this. The accounts department will attend to this. But they also raised the concern that some of you, when you pay, you make mistakes. The reference number, you make a mistake, and then it becomes problematic for them. And the second issue that they raised as a concern, the application fee is 1,550. When you deposit 1,560, it becomes a problem, right? It becomes a problem on their part, and they find it difficult to process because now there's an extra 10 rand which they did not ask for. Because remember, they have to account. because the charge is 1,550. So when it is 1,560, it becomes a problem. So make sure that when you deposit your money at the ATM or you pay inside the bank, it should be 1,550 rands. It should not be more than that. Once it is more than that, it becomes a problem. Linked to this, there are people that who are assisted by agents, right? Agents, when I'm saying agents, I'm saying people that are assisting you to apply, right? If, say, you come to me to assist you to apply, which of course you all know that I have not assisted a single soul to fill in their documents. I always refer you to other people. I don't have time to do that, nor the skill to do it. But if, say, you ask me to do it, we then, when you apply, say you are now 50, when you go to the next page, other names disappear. And it has happened. Other people found it difficult because the profiles of other people, then the names of other people disappear, right? So what they are saying, if you are assisting people, please create a number of profiles. Don't pack people in one profile to an extent that you now exceed the number, because when you then add another person, other people at the bottom, they disappear and it becomes difficult to pick up those people. And these people might find it difficult to submit. So you need to create multiple profiles when you're assisting people, so that you don't run into a problem where in your portal other people's names or details are now missing. But again, they've committed themselves that they are going to address this issue, which will have to get reference numbers and possible login details, so that they are going to assist in ensuring that those that already have applied, their details are captured in the system. But if you are assisting people, I know people in their offices, in their homes, they've found business, they are assisting a lot of people paying them money, fine. But you need to have multiple profiles so that you don't run the risk of other people's names disappearing, and then you have problems. Then on the issue of corruption, allegation of corruption, which we witnessed today, right? The issue is, an applicant goes to VFS premises. The first person that you encounter is the security, right? The security must see your appointment letter that you are coming to submit. They tell you where to queue. You then go in. But what the security is doing, which we raised, we discussed, and they are going to attend to that, is that the security should simply check that your appointment letter says today you are supposed to submit. They put you in a queue, right? They don't turn you back or ask you to speak to an agent, because the people that we then met after the meeting, their appointment letters were taken by some people said to be agents, and they paid those people 300, or they were supposed to pay them 300 rands and so forth, which is problematic, because VFS management does not accept cash in their premises, and they've got nothing to do with people that are loitering outside their premises. This is what they explained. They've got nothing to do and no relationship whatsoever, right? So other people, the problem that we are encountering, which we discovered today, some people do not want to queue, right? You then want to pay someone to assist you in jumping the queue. That's where the whole problem starts. Then these people that are loitering outside the premises, naturally they will have developed some relationship with some staff inside the VFS, which the management is not in control of. So to deal with this issue of corruption, you need yourself as the applicant To approach the security, they place you in the queue. You be patient until you go inside and submit your documents without paying anyone, because it is not the VFS policy to pay cash in their premises. They do not accept cash. Then the issue which I've already addressed, the issue of capacity, that we asked them to open another center so that they will be able to assist as many people as possible. They are also considering, which they will announce, they are considering to open on a Saturday so that people can submit on Saturdays, because we did tell them that the numbers might appear to be dropping, but every person that has applied for a waiver is yet to submit an application. So let's assume, and I'm not saying this is the figure because we did not ask them how many people have applied. They didn't have a number in on top of their heads. Let's assume 70,000 people have applied for waivers. Once those waivers are out, all those 70,000 are yet to apply as well. So the process is ongoing. So this is why they are saying they will consider Saturday, they will consider another center, and they will put this in a statement. And also, they have designated areas where they separate the applicants who are waiting to get in a designated area, where the unauthorized people, a person who doesn't have an appointment letter, does not get inside. That is to say, the so-called agents, people that are loitering around. So these are the issues that we addressed with them, and we hope that it is going to assist. We will further discuss these issues once they release their press release as per agreement sometime next week. Otherwise, please write your comment in the comment section, like this video, circulate and subscribe. I know that this video is more than 17 minutes, so it might not fit on TikTok. So my TikTok friends must, all of them, subscribe to YouTube so that they do not miss when we